the first 6 months completing 52 projects, 5 of them being major. The next 6 months looks at rolling out an initiative around big data, so taking a deep dive into our player information, our player databases. Another one is we're going to be expanding one of our key initiatives, which is the customer experience management, so taking CRM to the next level and really focusing on the portal and trying to identify really and give access to our guest profile. And then lastly, we're doing an upgrade to our sales and catering system, upgrading to Delphi Plus, as well as our point of sale systems. So we'll be upgrading both of them at the end of the year.
We actually just relaunched IAG Rewards Club, and as you know, we're not only providing our members greater benefit, but it's also one way we want to cross-sell our brands. Since July, we are providing all our elite members free high-speed internet access globally, and we'll be the first company next year to provide free internet access to all loyalty club members in all hotels globally.
Well, we're moving from a franchise model to a management model. So a lot of the things that I'm working on is process-based. It's making sure we're doing everything it takes to become a management company. It's standards, we used to be a heavy standard company. Now we're actually having to eat our own dog food. So it's just changing the world for us for sure.
We're working mainly on customer-facing technologies, HSIA, HDTV. We've completed an initiative about 2 years ago, which automated and centralized our back office, and any cloud-based technologies we were looking on were all accomplished. And we're just not a candidate for big data, so we are not even focusing or looking at that kind of stuff right now. The analytics are being handled through our own developed app that we did with another party as well. So we're kind of done with that. We're more focused on the customer experiences. That's going to be the differentiator moving forward. We think we've done what we needed to financially in back office to make us competitive.
Well, we are focusing on CRM, mobile, social media, big data, like everybody else, but I would say more than technology, my main focus is on cultural shift, having people evolving into a mode where you do yourself, in a mode where you assemble staff, you are much more agile, you work on products that you assemble, that you add value instead of redevelop everything from scratch.
The interesting things I'm trying to do within Coast is to enhance the customer experience. And it's really on 2 levels. There's the internal employee experience of the technology we utilize from an administrative perspective, but it's also the guest experience at the hotel level. So looking at technologies to enhance that overall platform, to enhance that guest experience on both sides.
Thanks again to Rich and the team for another awesome CIO summit. I think Dr. Brian Williams, re-inspired me to focus and reinitiate or refresh my team development approaches. So that'll be something that I'll work on, and of course, continued networking with a group of great CIOs.
One of the takeaways this year, I believe, was the first speech from Brian talking about the motivation, and we're in a people business, serving people, and our people is one of the most important assets we have. And as leaders, we need to make sure that we not only provide the right direction, but also help them grow within the company and grow in their professional, personal aspirations.
The legal talk was fantastic. I always thought I was decent at looking at contracts and understanding what I'm looking at, but there were some things in there I took home for sure. I definitely learned that you don't want to depreciate technology, especially cutting edge technology, more than 18 months. And so I'm certainly going to have a talk with my CFO when I get back home for sure.
Well, it's always good to network with a peer group. It's always good, as we're a smaller company, to see how larger companies are handling the role of CIO, and to look at some of the bigger questions, like where are we going on whole with big data? And even though we're not part of it today, we may be part of it tomorrow or in the next 2 years.
One word I took was purpose versus function. So it's to get back to people and explain what's the purpose, not what's the function of what they're doing. Also, the peer panel was also interesting to see what our competitors are doing. Choice with their work group of agile organization. So it was great sessions.
Key takeaway for me is really the interesting idea of fusion as opposed to integration and alignment. So fusion of the IT component with the other business partners that we have within the organization, especially marketing as well as sales and revenue management.